Be honest with me. We all got that one fellow in the friend group that be indulging in the most egregious, the most foul, the most dreadful animes you could have ever imagined existed. Shit, I got one of those people in my circle, and when he told me about this particular anime, I almost struck him where he stood. Now, I'm not saying that if you watch this, you're a weird individual, but, you know? I want to start off by saying that watching this was one of the worst experiences I've ever had to go through. The least y'all could do is hit the like button. Like, please, I had to go through so much. We start off this episode with our main character Boxo riding his motorcycle on the side of this uphill mountain when suddenly this random vending machine started to break down right in front of him. And do you know what this bright individual did? He decided to save it with his bare hands, and for some odd reason this led to him merging with the vending machine.
It's been less than a minute. Please, bro, just help me out
This
here.
reincarnation had bro so giddy to the point where he thought this was a gift from God. I wish I was trolling right now. Now, he's not no ordinary vending machine. You see, he has this strategic point system that he has to follow at all times. Basically, this system allows him to exchange his points for certain items that he could later on change in his vending machine, and it even allows him to make those same items either hot or cold. But how you get these points is by having customers buy stuff from the vending machine, and by the destination he is currently in, he ain't getting no new customers. I'm gonna just keep it a stack. Oh yeah, and he also dies if he loses all his points. I forgot to mention that, by the way. Now, it's been a couple days and he hasn't been approached by a single person until this random frog with armor and a wooden mallet came up out of the water. He started off by pressing that man Boxo and then immediately got to mixing him for absolutely no reason, but this isn't even the worst part of it all. He's continuously losing his health bar while this 6-foot toad is whacking him upside the head, and to make matters even worse, he whistled in his thugs. And one of them carries around a metal axe. Yeah, he is cooked. Another couple days go by and we are introduced to our second character that goes by the name of Lamas. Now, she's kinda... hey, what you doing? Now, she unironically lost her satchel filled with all her favorite foods, so she decided to use the local vending machine standing right beside her, and she bought a decent amount of product, meaning Boxo could live a little longer than expected. Her excitement for these snacks were so super to the point she decided to take it back to the village, and you probably have realized by now that she isn't carrying a hand truck or a cell phone to call up the nearest U-Haul. This petite female summoned the most big-bodied crackhead strength and decided to lift up the vending machine herself, and where she got the strength to carry this 700-pound piece of machinery, I don't know, nigga, you asking the wrong person, to be honest. She eventually gets to the desired destination and is met by two guards at the front gate named Karios and Gorth. Now, they were both kind of skeptical at first because they've never seen nothing like this, so they decided to test it out. They each bought an item and then ended up buying one of everything and told Lamas if she could bring it back to their post later on throughout the day. Now, this next part doesn't really have anything to do with the ongoing plot of the story, but I decided to add it just cuz. So while Lamas is carrying Boxo, she walks past this alleyway and stops to notice these three thugs bullying some 12-year-old girl, and the way she walked up on the brother in the back and decided to block kick the side of this man's head, bro, there's just no way you don't leave there with a brain bouncing concussion. Bro, it's impossible. But moving on along, Lamas goes on ahead to place Boxo in the middle of the village to attract more customers, and it actually worked out so well to the point where he got approached by the director of the Hunter Association. Yes, the director is the bear wearing a trench coat with a fedora. I'm pretty sure you can guess what those hunters are capable of. He was basically explaining that he needed her and Boxo for a mission to defeat the old great toad. I don't know, the way he was saying it, it sounded like Jiraiya was about to make a cameo in this episode or something. But experiencing the stupidity of how they won this boss fight was like nothing I've ever seen before. Like, let me just give you a rundown on what happened. So boom, the squad of hunters were outside at night camping, just chilling, when all of a sudden this big behemoth of a toad starts to disrupt the peace of the people. Oh, and these are the hunters I was talking about. Yeah. While everyone was panicking, not knowing what to do, Lamas went on ahead to drag these sorry hunters by this big wagon looking thing, and Boxo was in this said wagon stressing out because he was like, what should I do now type shit. And it's like, dog, you are a non-moving box that sells Doritos. What do you think we expect you to do? But like every isekai I've ever seen, there's always something going on that'll have you questioning your existence. Damn! So Boxo came up with an idea, and this idea consisted of him giving out 2-liter Cokes to each hunter. And this part, I'm not gonna lie, this part did crack me up a little because everyone was like, why the fuck is this vending machine selling sodas at a time like this? And I had the same exact question until Boxo transformed himself into a Mentos vending machine. I don't know where you could find something like this. Like, it gotta be located somewhere in New York, only cause I'm convinced that place is not real. You could literally find a crackhead, Batman, and a 4-foot rat all in a deli. Wait, that's just Gotham. I think you can guess what Boxer was going for with this objective, because soda plus Mentos equals Big Boom. Now you might be asking, what would that equation do to a fiery toad like this? Because I was asking the same exact thing while watching these courses of events take place. Well, the hunters actually had no idea what to do with them, because I guess they don't have items like such back in the village, but how they found out though was when one of the soldiers amongst the group started to yap immensely, and to really shut him up, they shoved a handful of Mentos down his throat and then poured soda on top of it. And this might be top 10 most heinous crimes you could commit, and he couldn't even do nothing because he was tied up the whole time. After they figured out what to do, they lined up in formation and fired their coke cannons directly in its eye, and after a couple shots it finally collapsed. I still can't believe something like this actually exists. During the time they were heading back, the director wanted to have a quick word with the vending machine about some important news he wanted to discuss. While they were chopping it up, the director's assistant person walked in, and I don't know if I'm tripping or not, but the dubbed voice actor sounded a little, you know what I'm saying? Like, just take a listen for yourself.
My name is Shirley. It's lovely to meet you.
Should have been your butt.
Boy, what the fuck? You did not just do that.
Like, I know I'm not tripping, bro. To sum it up, they were talking about how people in the village were spreading diseases coming from their peepees. I'ma let y'all use y'all context clues for that one. They needed a solution to stop the increase of infection, and the person with the solution is surprisingly standing right in front of them. And do you know why? It's because he can transform himself into a condom machine, and the condom actually has a liquidy substance to it. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I paused it right there. I ain't watching no more of those. Y'all got it. Niggas is tripping.